Hi there, I'm Sheila and I am a trance channel for the angels, and it is wonderful to be with you. And today I am working with the wonderful Archangel Gabriel, and she is going to be talking to you about why you cannot hear your guides. So I'm going to hand over to her, and I'll see you soon. Hello, my friends. I am Gabriel, and I am speaking with you directly today because we hear you every time you ask a question and every time you ask for help. And we see your frustration when it feels as though no answers are being received. And we want to give you some pointers on this. So it is all to do with the energy that you are emitting when you ask. Depending upon the urgency and the amount of stress within your aura as you are posing the question, this depends on whether or not your crown chakra is open and whether or not you are aligned with us. And we will say that every question is answered, but what you must remember is that we are not existing in a place where there is time. And so we are answering you, but in the time that you are in, your levels of stress, your levels of fatigue, your levels of need can block the transmission being received. And this is why very often you are in a situation where you have to make up your own mind with the facts that you have. And it is only later on that you realize you can hear us, or that at the very least, you sense what our answer is. But I will also say to you, do not forget that only part of you is on earth. Only a part of you is within the physical body. And that part of you is almost as if there is an elastic band over your crown, preventing you from remembering all the minutiae of the life that you planned before you were born. But the amnesia does not stretch to the theme that you wanted before you came. The amnesia does not stretch to refute the experiences that deep down you know that you need to have. And so remember, when you are asking a question, whether it is about us or you're putting it to your guides, whether it is about an event that is happening or a decision that you need to make in the coming days and weeks, remember this: the details are less important to what will manifest than what it was you planned to occur. And so, if we say to you in any situation, you do know, this is because the vast part of you is with us in heaven, and the vast part of you is still connected to the earthly part of you, despite the elastic band and the amnesia. So, in any situation, the truth is that you do not need our answer. You may prefer to have it, you may want it, and you may believe that we are going to tell you something different to what you hope or what you want. But deep down, in any situation, whether large or small, whether simple or complex, whether urgent or just a matter of choice. You already know what is right for you. And you feel this within your physical body. There are times that you have done things that were not right for you because you have changed from the time that you agreed to do them. And you can literally feel the resistance within your physical body as you make yourself do something that you do not want to do. It may be expected of you. It may be too late for you to get out of it. It may be very, very difficult to voice your change in mind. But whenever you have done something that you knew wasn't right for you, you knew it physically as well as emotionally and certainly energetically. And so if you know when something is not right for you, the reverse is true, because something either resonates with your energy or it rubs it the wrong way, and it feels spiky, and it feels heavy, and it feels burdensome. And so, with any question that you are hoping to hear the answer to, whether this is an outcome that you would like to know ahead of time, or whether this is a decision and the best course of action for you, if you tune in to what you really know, you will know what is right and meant for you. And that is always the answer that we or your guides would give when you can hear us further on. And so when it comes to hearing your guides, in order for you to hear your guides, you must be aligned with yourself. And however difficult your earthly circumstances are, you can align with yourself quickly and quietly. It does not mean that you have to be happy or upbeat in order for you to be aligned. It simply means sensing and knowing what you really feel and honoring that as far as you can. And when you are aligned with yourself, you will then not need to hear us. And very often, that is when you will hear us. So the reason that you cannot hear your guides is because at some level, you are wanting to hear something that you cannot hear. And we understand that we are stating the obvious with this. It may well be that what you need to hear is the opposite of what you want to hear. And so subconsciously, you block the answer from coming in because you already know what the answer is. And so when you cannot hear your guides, please check, are you truly willing to know the answer? Are you truly willing to know what is right and meant for you? Or are you in fear of what that may be, of what that answer may mean? And therefore you are blocking the energy coming in your crown. And so in order for you to hear your guides, you must be ready to hear the truth. But here's the thing, you decided the events of this life. And here's another thing, you leave your body several times a week and you adjust the expectations that you have of yourself based upon the timeline that you are currently on. So even if the life plan that you wrote before birth changes drastically because of the shifts that are going on, you leave your body and you make those changes in the halls of the Akash as you move along your path. And so sometimes the question that you are asking, or the question that you want to know the answer to, the reason that you cannot hear your guides give it is that you sense you are on a new timeline and the possible outcomes have changed. And there's a part of you that knows this. And we will say that there are many benefits in creating your life as you go. Every being creates their life as they go. Every being experiences changes to what was originally planned. That does not mean that anything has gone wrong, because that is the point of coming to earth, is free will being honored even in the densest of environments. That does not mean that you have lost what you could have had, because remember, you already decided, whether it was last night or last week or last month or prior to this life, the experiences that you needed and wanted to have. And it is our guarantee to you that by the time you rejoin us in the energy of love, you will have had all of the experiences in one way or another that you needed and wanted to have. You may not have them with the same soulmates as perhaps you had planned. You may not stay in the same relationships for as long as you had thought. You may not live in the same location as you had arranged. You may change your way of life more than your original plan allowed. But not a single one of you will go back home without having achieved everything that you wanted to, because you would simply not withdraw from the physical whilst there was anything left that you could do anything constructive about from the level of the soul. And so, in many ways, people want to know what is meant for them. And we say it is meant for you to have free will. It is meant for you to decide upon your path as you go. You can only decide what is right for you in the moment. You cannot say who you're going to be many years from now. That would take away the whole point of physical life. And so we say, embrace this. You can hear your guides, but we will only tell you what you already know. Are you ready to know? If you are truly ready to know, then you will hear us soon. We love you. I am Archangel Gabriel, and I send you so much love, my friends.